Aber time to say goodbye. Und auf nach Rom. Operation Deus Fold.
Getting situated?
Nice place. I kind of hope this operation lasts a while. I could get used to this. What do we got?
From the information Shahid gave us, it's not clear what the link is between Halbek and Al Samad in Rome. But it does list the local Al Samad cell leader, a Jibril al-Bara. But
Sounds like there's a snag.
you could say that. A government-sized one.
Let's just take it one step at a time then. What's the problem?
There's a CIA listening post here in Rome, and it's pretty well staffed. They're definitely running a search on you. Huh. And Al Samad, it looks like.
What's their chance of tracking us down?
I don't know. You could try to stay below the radar. But that doesn't really seem to be your strong suit.
I could try to talk to them, explain what happened in Saudi Arabia.
I don't think that'll work, Mike. They have orders to detain you, and if you resist, you are on their most wanted list.
So we'll have to be extra covert when carrying out this covert op, which will make finding the Al Samad cell even harder.
There may be another way to get information we need on Al Samad and Halbek. It looks like there's an NSA echelon listening post in Rome. You might be able to access that and use their database to do our hunting for us. It looks like it's in a gelato shop.
You gotta be kidding me.
Stranger things have happened.
So those are my options? Disarm the listening post, tap into the NSA computer, or make a straight run for Al-Bara? What about Halbek? What's their tie here?
There's nothing about it in Shahid's records. So I did a check of Halbek employees and ex-employees in Rome. One recent arrival came to the top that I think is worth looking into. Conrad Marburg.
What do you have on him?
Not much. He seems to avoid the spotlight. He's not showing up on many sites or search results.
Alright, so what's Marburg's tie to Halbek?
He doesn't have one, at least as of a year ago. He was actually chief of security, but then apparently transferred to working as a contractor for the Veteran Combat Initiative.
They're mercenaries. Ex-American military, right?
Right. They're not too discriminating about the contract, as long as a firefight is involved.
Alright. You got a picture of Marburg?
Sending it to your screen now. His dossier doesn't have much on him, and some of the early details seem sketchy to me. Mike, what's wrong?
Something tells me Marburg's our real problem. But let's figure out the Al Samad connection first. They're a little more knee-jerk than Halbek.
Do you think Shahid will help?
I'm certain, especially if Halbek's involved. I'll contact him, see what I can find out about Al-Bara.
Oh Mann, oh Mann. Was wir nicht alles erleben hier. Aber, alle Achtung, wirklich eine sehr schicke Bude. Oh, Nasris Barett haben wir immer noch dabei, also. Ja, Michael hat ein bisschen das Problem, Trophäen zu sammeln, scheint mir. Ne, was war das gerade? Untersuche Hecks Zigarettencutter?
It's signed Good Times, Stephen Heck. Yeah.
Mhm. Interessant, interessant. Natürlich haben wir wieder eine Nachricht von Scarlett. Schauen, was haben wir hier Feines? Ah, identifiziere Jibril al-Bara im Schloss. Dossier, auch Informationen über Jibril al-Bara. Wenn du diese Informationen kaufst, erweiterst du ein Dossier über Jibril al-Bara, einen angeblichen Unterstützer des Terroristnetzwerks der Al Samad. Ja, damit. Etwas Geld springen zu lassen, Informationen über Al Samad-Agenten der Gegend zu sammeln. Könnte dabei helfen, das richtige Ziel zu identifizieren. Ja, damit. So. Wieder ein paar Infos gekauft. Und dann können wir loslegen. Erstmal gehen wir in die Eisdiele. Ach du Schande, wie sieht das hier aus, also.
I think I just got salmonella by looking at this place.
Gotta keep the public from dropping in for a cone.
Good point. I'd say their cover is working beautifully.
Okay. You'll need to come up with a good reason to be here. Looks like they're scheduled for server maintenance and security upgrades this month. That might get you in.
We're all professional agents. I'm sure we can come to an agreement.
I hope so. Remember, if the post is compromised, they'll shut it down, and we'll lose our access. You'll also need to give the correct handshake code to identify yourself as an agent.
Secret handshakes? What are we, the Shriners?
It's a specific passphrase that rotates on a monthly basis. You give the correct phrase, they give the correct response, and you both know everything's on the level.
So what's the code?
Tell them that the Adirondacks are beautiful this time of year. They should respond with, yes, but the Alps are lovely all year long.
Got it. Let's see if anybody's home.
Ach, wir warten geduldig, würde ich sagen. Obwohl es hier sehr versüfft aussieht. Okay, der sieht noch versüfter aus. Okay, von dem möchte ich kein Eis haben.
Can I help you?
I'm here to fix the computers.
We don't have a problem with the computer.
I hear the Adirondacks are beautiful this time of year.
I don't like the mountains. And you're here to fix the computers?
He didn't give the response phrase. Something's wrong.
Yeah. Say, about those Adirondacks.
I told you I don't like mountains. Come on. I'll show you the computers.
That's not the response phrase. Stay on guard, Mike. If my code is out of date, they might suspect you're not on the level.
So, my friend, what do you need?
Nothing serious. Just here to upgrade your security systems.
Oh, okay, you got it.
Irgendwie habe ich das Gefühl, der arbeitet nicht für die NSA.
No more computer troubles, eh?
You should be all set. Fort Meade can rest easy now.
Hey, my friend. Gone to go?
Da du dir mit dem Eislöffel gerade deinen wahrscheinlich verlausten Kopf gekratzt hast, eigentlich nicht. Aber was soll's. Ist Michaels Verdauung, die dann drauf geht.
Mike, I've just detected a source within the VCI branch office doing a search for your profile. Although they've got the height wrong.
Why are they doing a search now? They already found me.
It looks like the analyst isn't doing it on company time. I have the workstation called up. It's using the workstation Parker used while he was undercover as a Halbeck contractor.
What?
The ID on the badge used to access the office is a Madison St. James.
What's her role at the company?
A full background check may take some time, but from skimming her dossier, she looks like a new employee.
Got a picture?
Calling it up now. She's pretty. Recognize her?
No, I think I'd remember. But if she's tied to Marburg, I think we've got a way to get to him after all.
Na super. Dann schauen wir doch mal, was haben wir als nächstes? Ah, nichts. Na gut. Hätte ja sein können. Da wir in Italien sollten wir uns vielleicht einen neuen Look zulegen irgendwie. Mal gucken. Schauen wir, ändern konnte man sich ja mal im Badezimmer. Die Frage ist jetzt nur, wo ist das Badezimmer? Ah, ja. Ja, warum nicht mal gestylt? Hat da was? Gut. Das ging flott. Na dann auf zur nächsten Mission. Ich würde sagen, identifiziere Gibril Albara im Schloss.
You in place?
Yep. Got a good view of the estate where this meeting is supposed to take place. What now?
Albara's our target. He's He's supposed to be here tonight.
Well, glad I brought this rifle. But what's the deal with the scope?
It can transmit images to me in real time. Aim at someone, and I'll run their picture through the database. See if we get a match. The longer you focus on a target, the quicker I can make an ID. The ID is all I
Alright.
need.
And if the target's a scumbag, I take him out.
That's your call. If you decide to shoot, just make sure you don't do it if the target's inside of a camera or another person. We don't know who Albara's meeting, so taking anyone else out may have repercussions, depending on who their friends are.
Dann los.
Roman artist. Made a name for himself last year with a controversial exhibit in Paris. Some local juvenile offenses, but otherwise he's clean. Not our target.
Na gut, dann nicht.
Owns a sports car dealership in Naples. Does a lot of international business, but no criminal record. Not our guy.
Okay, dann nicht. Ja, ich ziehe auf seinem Arsch.
A nobody.
Looks like the guards are clear. Moving up to the next position.
Das ging flott.
In position.
All right, let's begin. Well, she's a little underdressed.
Definitely a cold night from the looks of it.
All right, Mike.
Oh Mann. Wie heißt sie? Michelle Costa. Ah. Das merke ich mir vor.
Spanish celebrity talk show host. He's a known meth user, but nothing related to financing terrorists or arms smuggling.
Oh je, oh je.
We can catch the news later, provided we don't make it.
Ach komm, das war doch jetzt witzig.
Private security, ex-special forces. Not our man, but definitely a professional. He planned and led the assault that took back the hijacked British jet last year.
I remember reading about that. Should I get an autograph for him?
No, I work for the infamous Mike Thornton. Compared to you, he's small time.
Och, wie nett. Du weißt echt, was für Komplimente Männer hören wollen, Mina. Hier ist kein Schwein mehr, also schauen wir uns mal weiter um. Ist hier noch irgendwo einer? Ach, den haben wir doch noch nicht gehabt.
Security guard. He's clean.
Alright. Dann noch den hier, der erst so viel...
Dutch flower baron. He's suspected of dipping into the drug trade. But that's all I've got. Nothing really incriminating.
I'm in position overlooking the chateau. A lot of guests tonight.
I see. Mike, be very...
Careful, I know. I don't want a mob after me before we have time.
Alright.
He's a curator for one of the museums in town. His latest exhibit on the Crusades has drawn some fire, but otherwise he's clean.
Ja, wenn meinst.
He's a cop in Rome. Must be moonlighting as a bodyguard for one of these guys.
Na, wenn man so schlecht bezahlt wird, kein Wunder.
An American novelist. His got a bestseller right now on corporate involvement in the Middle East.
Is it any good?
I'm waiting for the movie. Anyway, nothing on him.
Na gut, wenn du meinst. Nee, den haben wir schon. Da oben ist noch jemand. Na, komm her. Wer bist du?
That's Albara. That's him.
Take him out.
Hold on. A lot of State Department and Interpol records. State Department says he's dirty. Interpol says his finances are legitimate, though. And
Meaning, do I take him out?
none of these State Department records are sourced. I can't tell where they came from, or when. Best I can tell, their intel was added to his sheet a few months before you left for Saudi Arabia.
He's a member of Al Samad, right?
I don't know. I'd say yes. But I might be wrong. You can take him out, or we can abort. It's up to you.
Tja. Ich sage, wir brechen ab.
I'm aborting the mission.
All right, Mike.
What's that beeping noise?
Wichtige E-Mail erhalten, überprüfe den Computer auf Einzelheiten. Na gut. Ja, ich komme ja schon. Jibril Al-Bara, wir müssen uns treffen. Mr. Thornton, wenn Sie einen Mann mit politischen und kriminellen Verbindungen verfolgen, töten Sie ihn, bevor er seine Kontakte nutzt, um Sie zu finden. Ich weiß, dass Sie vor dem Schloss gelauert haben, aber nicht warum. Mein Interesse ist geweckt. Ich werde mich nicht von Ihnen einschüchtern lassen. Lassen Sie uns sehen, ob Sie auch den Mumm haben, mich von Angesicht zu Angesicht bei Tageslicht zu töten. Treffpunkt im Café Triunfo. Na gut. Stimmen wir mal zu. Da bin ich ja mal gespannt.
No sign of Albara yet.
Maybe he stood you up.
I don't know. Something feels wrong.
Well, stay alert. I'm starting to trust your instincts.
Sorry, that's...
Switch off your transmitter. If you reach for your gun, one of my men will put a bullet in your skull.
So let me guess. This was your taking.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Oh.
Perhaps you thought you could enter Rome under the radar. You almost did. But you broadcast your location. Eventually.
I had to. You were my last lead. I'm here to find out what Halbeck is doing in Rome and their ties to Al Samad.
And what led you to believe that Halbeck has any interests in Rome or Al Samad?
Are you denying that either one is true?
I do not believe you would have come here without evidence.
And what makes you think that?
You aren't here in an official capacity. You are operating under Alpha Protocol.
Interesting. Considering the program's secret, I would have expected you to say traitor, unless you have insider knowledge.
If you think you're the first to be abandoned by your government, you would be wrong. You are Michael Thornton. Many of the files of your former ops are buried. A field agent.
I'm a spy, actually, but you can't expect me to put that in my file. I'm guessing you're here to confirm the file you have on me. Anything else you need to check?
Reports place you as someone loyal to your country and who believes in carrying their missions through.
Is that so odd?
In today's day and age, yes. but not to me.
So you've done your homework. Congratulations. I know who you are, too. You're Leyland's right-hand man, his lackey, toady, henchman.
Chief of Security, as of a year ago.
Those gloves keep the dirt off?
Yes. And the blood, when need be. Yes. You, on the other hand, have managed to enter Rome quietly. I didn't know you were here until an hour ago. You're skilled at keeping a low profile. No murders, no public announcement. Very impressive.
What happened to Albara?
Dead, of course. Once you'd ID'd him, well, his use to me was at an end. In less than a day's time, you have already managed to cause me considerable inconvenience. Now, tell me what you're doing here.
I was tracking down a lead, and it looks like I've found it.
I see. So you thought all you had to do was wait and we would speak. Interesting.
What I don't understand, though, is why we're talking at all, unless keeping me alive is important for some reason.
I have orders, and I am a cautious person.
So am I, and I think we have room to negotiate.
No, I am not authorized to make deals. Besides, I believe you have nowhere to go for help. In that situation, it is a rare man who goes to his enemy's door. So, yes, this is a social call. A warning. You have proven yourself capable, but pursuing this course of action will not serve you any longer. Go underground, hide, but stay out of our way.
Or else what?
Or people you care about will start to die. We know you've been in contact with one of your fellow agents. That contact will die if you persist, and then we will kill you.
Those are your terms. Allow you to carry out your mission, and I stay out of the way.
Yes.
You realize I would be betraying my country.
Yes, and that does not change my terms. I understand your feelings, and I encourage you to set them aside.
So we're done here. I leave Rome, leave you to your plan, and that's it.
Yes. What you do next is up to you, but there are only two immediate choices. Leave, you live. Stay, you die.
You don't seem like the corporate stooge type. In fact, you seem like someone who doesn't take orders at all, especially from someone like Leyland.
Are you questioning my loyalty?
I am, but not in the way you think. Leyland doesn't have loyalty to anything except Halbeck. You seem like you have stronger convictions than that.
Well, at least you are attempting to understand who you're dealing with. Commendable. Wars are often fought on psychological fronts, but not this one. Leave Rome. If we see each other again, it will be the last time.
Wir haben ja einige Pluspunkte bei ihm gemacht.
I confess, you slipped into Rome almost without us noticing. You were even more difficult to track after that.
Between Halbeck and local authorities, the locals were the tough ones.
No matter. Mr. Marburg found you. That must have been a surprise, meeting up for lunch like that.
When we talked, he had a lot to say about Halbeck and some suggestions about my involvement with your corporation.
Really? I can rarely get 3 words from the man.
Well, feel free to have him threaten you whenever you get tired of listening to yourself.
I'd be curious to hear more, and your first impression of Mr. Marburg. What did you discuss?
We discussed business. Turns out both of us have experience with abuse of authority.
He described you as a man of your word. Patriotic, I believe, also came into the conversation. But Mr. Marburg was not always the best judge of character. Nor does he instill much loyalty in employees. Speaking of which, this woman entered the picture not long after your meeting with Marburg. She was in our office in Rome. Madison, I believe.
Yes.
I always wondered, did you ever regret getting her into this? this.
It wasn't my choice.
Oh, Mike. In the end, it was.
Mike, we may have a problem. The VCI employee I mentioned before, Madison, I think she's going to act.
What do you mean, now?
She's calling the operator and asking for you by name.
She can't be working from Marburg, unless this is a trap. Who is she calling?
The city directory. And maybe the police next. If she does...
Can you intercept the call? Redirect it?
What? Why?
I want to know why she's looking for me.
Okay, let me patch her through. Operator?
Miss St. James?
Hello? Yes, is this the operator?
No, Miss St. James. This is Michael Thornton.
Oh, thank God. Mr. Thornton, please, you have to listen to me.
I don't believe we've met before. How do you know my name and why are you calling?
I have reason to believe your life is in danger. I know it sounds crazy, but
You don't say.
I don't want to discuss the details over the phone. This line may be tapped. She is a sharp one. But it's important I speak to you immediately. Is there someplace we can meet?
Of course. I'll send you the address of a local restaurant.
All right. I still have to hail a cab.
I'll have one sent to your cross streets.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you soon, Miss St. James.
Oh Mann, oh Mann. Was wir nicht alles haben, ja. So. Fortgeschrittenes Schnellfeuer, das wurde auch mal Zeit. Was können wir sonst so? Die Fähigkeit Einbrecher macht es einfach, Schlösser zu knacken, elektronische Überbrückung herzustellen und erleichtert das Hacken. Ja, das nehme ich auch mal mit. Kann bestimmt nicht schaden. So, aber ich mache jetzt eine Pause, also bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüssi.